so many pieces all back together now. What's your vision?
Hello guys, and welcome to the second episode of Blyth Spartans Rags to Riches, where I'm going to try to take Blyth Spartans from the very bottom to the top of English football and maybe one day become a European powerhouse. So this episode, what we're going to talk about is the one signing I'm trying to make. He's currently in talks and I believe a deal will be wrapped up soon. Apart from him, there is no other transfer news to bring you. So we're going to talk about the opening pre-season games, and believe it or not guys, I made a bit of a bloop. I live-commed the first game against Rushall, and then when I went to upload it, I had the sound off, didn't I? So I was basically talking for a video for around 20 minutes and recording nothing. So what we're going to do here guys is show you the first game of the season, and then in the next episode we're going to do the first live com, which we're going to do one of those every episode, and that will be a blockbuster of a game coming up. I'll explain that shortly. Let's check out the preseason games and the one signing we're about to make. So here he is, the player in question, Jordan Storey, 19-year-old English centre midfielder, formerly of Newcastle United. Now he plays best as a centre midfielder. He's 4-star potential ability, 7 pros, 6 cons after being 100% scouted by my team. Now he is available on a free transfer. Now if we're looking at his attributes, he is a centre midfielder that can pass a ball. You can tell that by looking at his decision making of 12, his passing of 12 and his vision of 12. Anything above 10 is really good for this standard. So if he's got 12 in those 3 attributes, he can really use a ball in the centre midfield. Good attributes elsewhere in his game is teamwork of 15, work rate of 12 and physically 5 of the 8 attributes, as you can see, are 12 or above, and the 14 is for natural fitness. So he looks like a decent, well-rounded centre midfielder, and he'll come really usefully to my squad. He is on the verge of accepting the contract. By the time we get back to you in the next episode, Jordan Storey, should be a Blyth Spartans player. So guys, here is the schedule, and here is what happened in pre-season. A great 2-2 draw at home to Accrington Stanley, who are well above us in the league. They scored an 89th minute, undeserved equaliser, a double from Josh Windass, who is Dean Windass's son. Dan Maguire for us getting a double. The next game against Stirling Albion at home, Robert Dale and Matthew the Wolfenden getting on the score sheet, 2-2. And again, a 90th minute equaliser from the opposition. We then played East Fife at Croft Park and got dominated, played off the park. One of their players had an exceptional game. We made 4 changes for that game and we played a different formation in the second half. Then we went to Billingham Town away. We got our first win of pre-season. Dan Maguire single, Robert Dale double. Robert Dale again was at the double against North Shields away in another victory where Matt Wolfenden got a second goal of pre-season, an absolute corker, this one into the top left hand corner. And there you can see it. We're going to discuss it a little bit more, the opening game of the season against Rushall. Now one thing I must mention about pre-season and in the first game is every match we have played we have dominated possession. We've never gave possession more to the other team than we have to ourselves. We've really controlled and bossed the games. In the opening game of the season at at Croft Park, Wolfie got 1 goal, Danny Hawkins got 2. That's Danny Hawkins' second debut for the club. He came on as a super sub in the 62nd minute and scored a double after Dan Maguire had a pretty poor game. Wolfie, he had a 9 average in this game, 2 assists and 1 goal. Goals from Nick Wright and Josh Pinton did peg us back. They got it back to 2-1, then we went 3-1 up. They scored a goal late on to make it 3-2, and for the last minute it was squeaky bum time. But believe it or not, this game was more comfortable than it looked. Again guys, I did live com this game, but I recorded it with no sound, so I've went actually past it now, and I'm going to live com a game in the next episode. So a good start, a good way to get off in the league at home against Rushall, 3-2 winners, and good debuts for Wolf and Hawkins. Not that there's much point showing you the league, but everybody has played one game and there are around 8 or 9 teams on 3 points. 1 win, of course, out of 1, 2 goals, 1 conceded, and 3 points on the board. Hopefully by the time we bring the next episode, we'll play 3 or 4 games and we will be able to bring you a much exciting league table at that point. So our fixtures coming up. Now I've decided that I'm going to live com every 5 or 6 games so I can play a few, record, play a few, record. Now Ramsbottom away next, then Nantwich at home before we play Whitby away. Now although it's not 5 or 6 games ahead, I could not not live com the Salford game. Of course, linked with the Class of 92. It's going to be a blockbuster of a game away at Moor Lane. I've got to live com that one. So guys, the next episode that I bring you, I'm going to live com the Salford away match, and hopefully we've had a decent bit of form up leading to that game. It's going to be a big one. Then after that, we will do a live com every 5 or 6 games, 1 live com per episode. I'm looking forward to doing that. It's a new addition to my episodes and my videos on FM16. Hopefully you can enjoy that. So now we'll just talk about the tactics that we've set up for the season that's made us control every game we've played in pre-season and have more possession than our opposition. So this is how we're lining up. A limited defender at left back, a limited defender at right back, 2 limited defenders, 1 on defend and cover at centre half. And now in the middle, we've got Neil Hooks. Now he's playing as a defensive centre midfielder now. Michael Richardson is actually injured for around 6-7 weeks, so that is the reason he's come off the bench and he's starting games. Turnbull, the deep line playmaker, at support in the centre midfield. Robert Dale has just been injured for 9 days in the Rushall game. I'm not too happy about him being out for the next game or 2. He's a key player in the squad, as you've seen in pre-season. So we're going to have to switch that about, but he's going to start there. Wolfie, the Wolf, Matt Wolfenden, as a shadow striker, behind Danny Maguire, who's playing as the advanced forward. The new signing, Ross Wilson on the right. He will rotate with one of the substitutes on the right of midfield depending on form. On the bench we have Tom McNamee, Andy Cartwright, Mikey Starkey, new signing, Damon Mullen, Mr Versatile, Matty Wade, Aaron Wearmouth, and the new signing got a double on his second debut for the club, Danny Hawkins. In reserve, Fabian Otte, the head physio, Chris Bell, Stuart Brownlee, Dylan Morris, Sean Reid, and as you can see down the bottom, Paul Robinson out for another 2 or 3 months, Michael Richardson out for another 3 or 4 weeks. So this is how we're setting up, guys. I'm pretty happy with it so far. It's an accomplished familiarity, the tactic to the club. We've got a few instructions that we've given them, but we might go into tactics in more depth if this really works out for me. And in the next episode, I look forward to bringing you the Salford away match, live comming it. Now the key players for me this season, as you've seen in pre-season, Dan Maguire, Matt Wolfenden, Robert Dale. They're the 3 goals that scored all our goals in pre-season. Looking forward to them, hopefully spearheading us towards the Evil Stick Northern Premier League title, and hopefully we can beat Salford in the live com in the next match. Thanks for checking this short episode out, guys. Rags to riches with Blyth Spartans. I've enjoyed setting up this save. It's going to be a long one. I'm in it for the long haul, and hopefully you are too. If you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do. Like the video, follow the save. I'm James. We're the Whiz Kids. We're everywhere in the Football Manager community, so check us out. And I'll see you guys again very soon.